or not.
There you go. That's a good.
I said I can work.
That's what I've been since I've been with the city. That's my forte here.
Are we on time?
You know Trump, he's like that tire.
Yeah. Ready? Okay, sure. Go ahead and call the Tuesday, March 11th meeting of the Danville City Council Public Works Committee to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Bob Iverson, Mike O'Kane.
Here.
Jim Pichard.
Here.
Carolyn Wands. Heidi Wilson.
Present.
Ed Butler. Chairman Mike Poore.
Present.
5 present.
Vice President, let the minutes reflect too that Alderman Butler is out of town and Alderman Iverson is listening to us, but he took a little bad turn, so they'll both be excused. Alrighty, item number 2 is approval of the minutes. These will be from February 11th. If there are no corrections, need a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, moving on to item number 3, approval of the agenda. There are no removals from the agenda, so need a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Item number 4, audience comments. Madam Clerk?
Did anyone wish to speak this evening? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. We're trying to set a record. Item number 5, chairman's comments. Just remember the tournament starts on Monday. They're still looking for help, so if anyone needs has time to volunteer, please do so.
I will, Alderman, I will also send out a reminder email with a link to it because they still do need some help. If you're able to help at all, they could certainly use it. So it's not hard, you know.
No, I'm only doing 6 days. All righty, moving on to item number 6, the payrolls. These will be the payrolls from March 7th. Need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Questions on the payrolls? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Pichard.
Yes.
Wands.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Butler. Iverson. O'Kane.
Yes.
Poore.
Yes.
5 yes.
5 yes, thank you. Item number 7, the approval of the vouchers payable. These will be from the regular payables from March 11th and a special run of March 11th. Need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Wands.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Butler. Iverson. O'Kane.
Yes.
Pichard.
Yes.
Poore.
Yes.
5 yes.
5 yes, thank you. Item number 8, Public Transportation, Director White. We have your report in front of us. Anything you need to tell us?
The only thing I have, I was at the RTAC convention last Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of last week. Was able to have a good conversation with IDOT. This year we'll still be funded by ourselves rather than the merger with Chris. So that was a good thing. I was happy to hear that. I just got to get the applications put in here pretty quick. It'll be downstate operating, referred to as DOPE, and then we'll get some rural money. So I will be getting that put together and get it in. I hope to have it in the first week of April and hear something back. But it was really good to hear that. So
That is good news to
thanks, sir.
still be able to operate on our own for another year at least. Okay, thank you. Any questions for Director White? Okay, moving on to Public Works, Director Rui. We have 9A, a resolution approving the 2025 contractor fee schedule for the City of Danville Yard Waste Facility. Need a motion and a second?
So moved. Second.
Questions, Dave? Anything?
Yeah, just to give you a brief explanation as to why we're doing it this way. So we've always charged by $20 per cubic yard for things. The problem is when people come, we don't have a scale, nor do we have personnel that can go out and measure, and things don't get crammed in as tight. Other times people have things crammed into their trailers very tightly. So what we are able to do is glance out the window and see what somebody's driving. So, a standard pickup bed, we're just kind of, rather than $20 per cubic yard, we're using that as, okay, typically that's about this much volume. So we have A standard pickup bed is $20. Either a truck with sides. A few contractors in town say have sides built on their pickup trucks so they can get more in the bed. That'll be $100. Or if they're pulling a trailer with a pickup truck, that's $100. Or if it's a semi-load at $400. So then we have a separate thing. That's for wood and brush. We decided to make a separate item for leaves and grass. There's a few contractors, landscaping companies, but then also there's a few people that just have larger yards within the city of Danville that'll bring out leaves and grass. So we decided that actually takes a lot less work than the brush and the wood takes. We have to double chip everything that's brush and wood, and then we place it in a pile to be sold. This leaves and grass gets processed, put basically in a big pile, and then it decomposes, and then it's now good compost that we're able to sell and use as a city. So we use both of those within, in and around the city, the compost and the mulch. So how we're doing this in the past, the way it's been set up in the past, it has been encouraged for people to kind of cheat the system in a way. So a lot of times what contractors would do, and this was kind of an accepted practice in the past, they would purchase a yard waste sticker for their house that if they live in the city, and then they would use it for their business purposes. So we're also utilizing this as a reset. The rules have been this, it just wasn't enforced for a really long time as this. So this is kind of a reset to say, hey, if you're gonna bring out in excess of 3 cubic yards per week, you're just gonna be charged a contractor price. That way, if there's a citizen that wants to bring out more because they're taking out some trees themselves or whatever, well, by all means, you can bring it all out. You'll just pay the same price that anybody would pay. So that way we are able to, across the board, treat everybody the exact same way and not have to figure out who's a contractor and who's not. It's just, this is a blanket way to treat everybody fairly. So that's basically the synopsis of changes.
Dave, the yard waste facility is not open on Fridays, correct?
Correct.
So it's just
Yep.
Monday through Thursday.
And we have a specific season that it's open as well, which I should have those dates memorized and I don't, but
Starts May 1.
there,
I
There
think,
you
or
go.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I think May's the start date.
yeah.
When will yard waste be able to be picked up in the city from?
Well, let me
See,
get that pulled up really quick.
Is it April or May? April?
I think it's the 1st of April.
Well, that's close to that. Oh, March 31st.
We probably go with whatever that Monday is, whatever the first week of April starts.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Will that be paper and tote or both, or just?
Yeah, so when we start in the spring, it's paper bags as well. Yep, March 31st through April 24th. That is weekly pickup, bags and toters. Then toter collection only from April 28th through May 22nd. And then we go to bi-weekly from May 27th through September 25th. Then we get into fall collection, which is also bags and toters both.
Okay.
We'll get that scheduled when we get our stickers.
Yeah. The stickers are available for purchase. You can either call in and provide card information and then we throw it in the mail to you, or you can come in and pay for it at the counter and they hand you the sticker right then.
Available City Hall and Public Works?
Yes.
Okay. Other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Wilson,
Yes.
Butler, Iverson, O'Kane,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
Wands,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
5 yes.
5 yes, thank you. 9B is a resolution approving the 2025 fee schedule for the Danville Aquatic Center. Need a motion in a second?
So moved. Second.
All right, so this isn't as much of changes as it is additions to options and available items for people. So one thing I wanted to note on the 2025 fee schedule, that's a typo currently, how you have it shown, that will get fixed for next week, is we still are offering the non-for-profit organizations the $4 rather than $8. That was just left off of there in error there. So anyway, we are also doing kids age 3 and under for free. I don't Oh, we did that last week, year two, okay. So getting into passes, we're not gonna do the punch card this year like we did last year, and the only reason we did that last year was to make up for the fact that we didn't know exactly what date we were gonna be able to open, and wanted to make sure we had options to save people a little bit of money. But since we have the season passes, that's all the season pass information is shown here. And then we're gonna be able to do pool rentals. So after hours pool rentals will be available, and the base rate is $400 for a 2-hour rental. That's up to 25 guests. And then for additional, what we're trying to do is keep the cost down, but make sure that costs get covered. So up to 25 people, the reason that's the limit is strictly because of the requirement for lifeguards. So every 25 people, it requires another lifeguard. So that's how we have it priced out, so that when you add, it's $100, that covers lifeguard costs there. And that also includes, you know, they have to do a little preparatory cleaning before a party, and then post-party do a cleanup as well of restrooms and that type of thing. So, yeah, that, the other thing we're kind of throwing in here is just to make sure we have it set up, and you guys have already approved. We have senior swim that's free to seniors. She'll be sending out and posting on the, it'll be shared on the City of Danville Facebook page, but we also have Parks and Recreation City of Danville Facebook page that she'll be posting all of the hours for these things, lap swims, and then we're intending to have a water aerobics /fitness class. So,
What senior, is that over 70?
you
Wanted to know.
know, I don't know I think it's 55 is what the.
65 is what it shows.
Oh, it is 65, okay. I didn't know
We don't,
that.
Barely.
we don't qualify yet.
Just barely.
Yeah, my apologies.
Okay, all right, any questions for Dave? All righty, roll call, please.
Alderman Butler, Iverson, O'Kane,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
Swans, Wilson,
Yes.
4,
Yes.
5 yes.
5 yes, thank you. 9C is a resolution approving the Midtown TIF RIP grant application for 611 Oak Street. Need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, this is for Vermillion Millworks,
So the T.H. Snyder.
T.H.
we're
Snyder.
working for,
Vermillion,
yes.
yeah.
So they're redoing their roof, and so we are planning to reimburse them with the TIF about for up to $50,000, so that we don't have to go through the whole redevelopment agreement. So that's how we cap our TIF at.
That's the one that's got the
Three buildings.
3,
Mhm.
yeah. I saw Brett signed the application, and is Brad getting out of it?
Mr. Earl is retired. I mean,
He's retiring.
walking back slowly.
Okay, questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Iverson, O'Kane,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
Swans,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Butler, Poor,
Yes.
5 yes.
5 yes, thank you. Moving on to information, NPDES annual update.
And it's, yeah, it's that time of year where we report on our NPDS permitting and programming. Annually, it's one of our BMPs, or best management practices, that we can check off to present it in a public forum. We do encourage the public to go to the city's website. The location would be under Departments, Community Development, Engineering, and under Stormwater, you'll find all the information that I'm describing here, and you can also see our permit, our recent submittal permit. But basically, what is NPDES? That stands for National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System, and basically it's comes down from the federal government to the IEPA, the Illinois EPA here, issues a permit every 5 years, which is the IL-40, which is basically the MS4 permit that we have to apply for every 5 years. MS4 stands for Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System. And so here in Danville, as you drive through the streets and everything, you see storm inlets, you see storm tiles, you see lakes, you see unnamed tributaries. You see streams like Stony Creek and Lick Creek. Well, those all are susceptible to pollution from runoffs, from construction, from parking lots, from industries. So we are permitted to watch and ensure that we do not allow any type of pollution to get into the waterways. So MS permitting is about pollution but not treating it, so that's very important to know. As I stated, the best management practices, we have committed with our notice of intent that we submit every 5 years to the IEPA. There's 6 best management practices that we address: public education and outreach, public participation and involvement, illicit discharge detection and elimination, construction site runoff control, post-construction runoff control, pollution prevention, and good housekeeping. And with each one of those, we have subcategories that we take care of as far as best management practices, and we have a total that we've committed for this. We're in the 4th year of our 5-year permit cycle right now. We've committed 34 of those that we have to meet measurable goals. Examples of those would be maintaining the stormwater website, updating our storm sewer mapping system, regulate construction activities, preventing sanitary sewer overflows by maintaining the street assets, education of personnel and public of the stormwater pollution, street sweeping and maintenance, and basically good housekeeping. Last year we reported by June 1st, which is what we need to do every year, an annual report to the IEPA on our program. Last year, for example, we reported that there were 5,206 cubic yards of yard waste collected. We had approximately 635 lane miles of streets swept and cleared last year. Over 979 cubic yards of leaves and debris were collected through the streets. So those are just examples of what we have committed to and reported. Other than that, I take any questions.
Jeremy, I don't know about you, but that's the best description that I've heard of that. I think that's the first time we've ever really had it described to us in all of my time of service. So thank you, Eric.
Thank
I
you,
will say
Mayor.
Eric is the expert on that. That is
He
for
is.
sure.
Yes, he is.
We appreciate it.
I was going to add too. So a big reason for the yard waste site to get the fees set up the way they are is because we want to encourage people to bring it to the yard waste site, because if people don't bring it there, it gets dumped in Danville. It's just not where we want it to be, and we end up having to deal with it. And usually it's after they've dumped it in a ravine somewhere and it's plugged up sewer, storm sewer flows places. So anyway, that's a huge reason for that, and that's why those things coincide together.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of people don't realize you wouldn't, especially houses along ravines with all the trees, they just blow them down into that ravine. All that stuff gets into the waterway and
Flood your neighbor.
plugs it up. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Eric. Very nice presentation.
Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Okay. Unfortunately, item number 10, closed session. We need to go in for any reason? Let's just go for the heck of it. There is no need for closed session. Item of information. I think we covered everything pretty much.
I can, I know a lot of people's been asking about Walnut South Street, and we are getting the contractor finally to get in there to core out and get the patching done, and so hopefully we'll get that open back up by the end of March. Now we're going to overlay that full lane there eventually, but the batch plants don't open until about mid to late April. But we're going to get them to patch that, mill it down, and hopefully get that open by the end of March here.
Is some of that because of the erosion when they took the dam out, or is that over the?
No, this is because of the sanitary sewer.
Oh, sanitary.
Yeah, we
okay.
put the sanitary sewer in,
Okay.
replaced it there down from Riker
Oh, yeah.
behind the Civic Center, and then went down over to the PSB with the
Okay.
new sanitary sewer. And it was 20-plus feet deep, so it
Save, man.
it
it's-
ripped up a good part of that pavement.
Okay.
Has the state moved in underneath that bridge or what?
I feel your question there. It frustrates me as much. They tell me April, so we'll see.
Of 25 or 26?
Okay. Anybody else? Committee members, any comments? Okay. Having satisfied the agenda, motion for adjournment.
So moved.
So moved, amen. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Well, we only did 22 minutes.